bad things are happening in my life, and I need a distraction, so we're going to do a fashionably late redesign of Trixie Mattel's living room.
What is that?
From her living room concert. Yeah. Oh, I did not. Please ignore all of the tabs I have up. It's bad. I'm aware. Trixie Mattel. Trixie's House Show, 360 Living Room Tour. I was definitely a little disappointed because we didn't, actually get a tour of her living room, but, it's fine. We'll work with what we've got. So I'm getting reacquainted with her living room. I probably watched this, a month ago? This is such a weirdly shaped room. Oh, I'm not screen recording. How to screen record.
5 hours later.
Recording in progress.
I feel that when I bring men here, I have to tell them that the whole place is going to be pink and they think I'm guilty. And then recently somebody came over and said, "Oh, wow."
Was that it? Okay. I definitely thought there was a little bit more of a discussion on the living room and the decor, but apparently it was literally just that. So anyways, what are we doing? I haven't even planned this out. Okay. We're going to make a mood board and layout of what her living room currently looks like. And then we're going to make a mood board and layout of what I would do if I were designing it. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, this is such a weird room. Okay, save. Don't want to lose my work. There are so many weird angles. I don't understand what's happening. There's double doors right here. Double doors, okay. None of this is going to be to scale. So just expectations, okay? Just lower them. Okay, there's a weird... It looks like there's an opening to at least 2 different areas. This looks like a kitchen, and then this is some weird room behind this wall. There's a weird little jutting out wall situation. Are those angles at a window? What is happening? Okay, the wall looks straight. I mean, nothing about this video is straight. Aha, we have a wide angle. That's a good shot. Okay, I should probably screenshot that for later. Trixie, if you're watching this, get a better living room. Or just have me design it. This is a disaster. We haven't even started, and I'm already 37 minutes in. Okay. It's gonna be dark by the time I even start this. Okay. Close enough? I might have figured it out. Possibly. We will see. This is the couch. Let's call that the TV. There was a lamp over in the corner. There we go. What else do we have? We don't have much. We've got curtains. Just gonna do a little squiggly brush. There's a little stool with pillows on it over by the main door. Put that right there. Oh, okay, there's a little side table over here too. Let's actually call this the side table. And then that's the lamp. Save. Okay, there's a little chest, window seat, box, bench thing underneath these windows. Okay, we got a coffee table. You know, we're getting there. We're making progress. We're enjoying the process. Okay, this person's sitting on a chair. I'm guessing this chair is not usually directly in front of the patio doors, so we're just gonna say that this chair was like a roundish shape. That is a light fixture that you've got going on. Oh, right, and there's like a TV stand, media console situation. Not a great situation, I would say, but also not like the worst.
Okay.
I don't know why Illustrator is cooperating today, but I am not complaining. This couch is like kind of chunky, but like not in a good way. There are good chunky couches. This is not one of them. No, internet, please. Oh, I should probably go eat dinner soon. I do want to take this quick opportunity to say that just because someone is selling something online doesn't mean that they have any understanding of what they're actually selling. Because right now we are clicked on what is called the antique option, which is clearly mid-century modern inspired, but like the contemporary version of that. And then this is the traditional version, which is still mid-century inspired, and I don't understand what people are doing with their lives. We're going to be done for right now, and we are going to come back to this tomorrow because I am very hungry and my dog is concerned that I've been in my office for 2 hours. I was recording for 2 hours yesterday, and my main camera didn't record anything. So anyways, hi, my name is Medora. I design things. And I do want to be very clear, there is nothing wrong with her living room. This is just me having some fun. So without further ado, let's get into it. We finally got to a place where I think we've kind of figured out the layout and architecture and like vague proportions. Vague, very vague. It's a very weirdly shaped room. There are definitely some angles happening that were someone's design choice. Would not have been mine, but that's okay. Aha, I didn't think I would remember. These little lines are outlets. There's probably more outlets, but always good to know where your outlets are. The main doors are right here. They're big doors that enter into the space. There's some sort of closet over here. This goes to the kitchen. This, I think, is the bedroom, maybe? This is some other space. There's some pictures on the wall there. And then this is the main living room area. But there's, like, also this weird, like, I think this is supposed to be the entryway, but there's nothing there. So we might also include this space in the transformation as well. We've got the couch right here, just like a normal 7-ish foot couch. We've got a coffee table, we've got an armchair, there's a TV and a little console media TV unit thing over there. And then there's this weird little jut out here. I don't know if you can see that. There's this weird little, like, tiny wall, and then they've got a shelving unit, and then windows here with a bench, seat, storage thing, and then patio doors. The random little circles down here are a side table and the floor lamp words. I'm going to spare you the 2 hours that it took me to put this together, but basically I'm just trying to replicate the vibe of Trixie's current space. I can't find exact matches for most of these items, but it is a very specific vibe. My biggest issue with the space is that, knowing Trixie's style, it needs to be over the top, it needs to be camp, and it needs to be glam. But, like, this living room is pink, which I guess is on brand, but, like, it's not giving iconic. It's just kind of there. None of her furniture choices, they say, like, Target glam, or, like, Wayfair glam. They don't say, like, this is maybe rude, but, like, actually glam. So I really want to make this feel much more like opulent. Again, very extravagant, but like in a usable, homey, warm way, not in a like, ooh, I can't touch anything kind of way. But then I also want to mix in a little bit of that mod, like Barbie kind of style that she's going for. So that's my overall thoughts with a feeling of the space, and now we gotta figure out how it functions. This is a weird space. This is a very weird space. It's a situation, to say the least, but don't we all live in various situations? From a floor plan perspective, I want the very first thing I see when I walk in the door to be like, bam, all of the communication about like, this is glam, this is opulent, this is over the top, this is camp. And what screams that to me is some sort of entryway table. It'll probably be like a 5-foot dining room table. Some sort of pedestal with a very large floral arrangement or some sort of something like that. What are her floors doing? The floors look like a really dark, really red vinyl plank, and I am not here for it, but I think we can work with it. Oh, that's a floor. Okay. I totally would not mind this flooring in another context, but this is not the context for this flooring. And no rug. Trixie. Excuse me? I think my next biggest issue is that this space just doesn't, like, flow. You see how the couch is all the way over here, but then the TV is, like, possibly literally 20 feet away. It doesn't feel right. Coda. Hello. Hi. I think I'm gonna go the matching couch method. It's a little bit more traditional. It definitely leans a little bit more glam. That way you can still have a good conversation area. Part of my reasoning for this specific layout, other than the slightly more traditional vibes, is that I want to get the couches and all the furniture off of the walls. I think that getting the couches off of the walls will help the space feel much more spacious. Oh, come on, Illustrator, please. I believe in you. Please, 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 please. I'm liking this layout, but let's... I might keep the TV on the exact same wall. And if you have a large TV, you need a large media unit TV console stand thing to go with it. I don't know what to do with this corner. This is kind of an awkward corner. Art is always good in a weird corner. I'm gonna put like a cute little bar cart or something here. And, you know, she also, you know, owns a bar. I don't know where to put the art that was over here above the couch. Maybe just, not to be rude, but like in another room? What I'm going to put over here is a very large piece of custom art, because you can't go wrong with that. I made one for my own house, literally for free. Or no, for like $3 and something cents. Actually, my very first video was on that. I will link to that up here. I'm probably going to start gathering some inspiration tonight off camera, and then we will come back at this tomorrow. Many days later, same t-shirt, and we don't remember what we're doing, but that's okay. Before we get too far into it, also, I do want to put some rules or guidelines down. I am trying to have fun, but part of the fun for me is the challenge.
Of, like, being like, oh, how much can we fit in the, I don't know to explain it.
It's the challenge. I like the challenge of it. As much money as she has, she does not have an unlimited budget. So, we're gonna kind of come up with a pretend budget of, let's say, $10,000, because a couch can easily be that much if you've got that kind of money. I don't think the bubblegum pink is doing it for me. I don't want everything to necessarily be pink. I think this wall color ties in a lot better with the floors because the floors are incredibly red. Oh. I forgot about my floor plan. No. Okay, let's see if we can make this work. If not, we'll find a different couch. What if we just did 2 of these couches? Would that be weird? Now, okay, if you've heard of Cherish, it's basically like thrifting for rich people, but they do have other options too. It's not just like $10,000 vintage designer couches, which it is also that too, but like they have a whole entire sales section. Look at that. Pillows, fabric, wallpapers, trinkets and shit, some art, got some candle holders, some glassware, salt and pepper shakers, cute little bowls and trays. Oh, this reminds me. I found a Herman Miller armchair on Craigslist for free once because someone's kid like threw up on it or something. And I messaged them as soon as possible and I was like, I can come get it as soon as possible, like just let me know. And they were like, I'm sorry, we already sold it and we forgot to take the listing down. And I was like, no. I could have gotten that reupholstered and sold it for so much money, or I could have just had a Herman Miller armchair. We're moving on with our lives. But what we're here looking for is curtains. I'm not mad at this. I also kind of love that it's the Rococo time period. The Rococo time period was all about being very, very extra. So I think that fits with Trixie's branding, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I should have mentioned, the artwork that I put in here is called Assassin by Caroline Jacobson. I have no idea who this person is, but I found it on an up-and-coming artist list, so I figured I would share that person's name. Okay, well, I'm gonna go have a cookie, because this is taking longer than I want, and I don't know what's happening, and I've never seen it do this before, and I'm very scared for my computer, and I hope my computer doesn't crash because I can't afford a new computer. Good news. It seems like it's just Illustrator that is struggling right now, and not my entire computer at least. I think I want some sort of like gold or brass curtain rod, because I do remember most of her accent metals in her original space were gold, so let's try to stick to that. It's really ironic that the internet is the worst in the office. This is going somewhere. I like the curtains. I think we need a rug, though. What color rug do I want? As much as I love Persian rugs, I don't think that's the vibe in this room. Maybe the entryway, but not in the main living room. Oh, is it a ping already? Oh, I love you, Cherish. Fuck yeah. It's that time of the afternoon where it's like not quite dinner time, but I'm starting to get hungry, but I like don't have any energy to do anything, and I'm just so tired. I like the vibrancy of it and the like decisive pattern. I'm also not mad at this. The pink in this could be pretty neat. I think I actually really like this blue rug. This is definitely going to be one of those spaces where literally every single thing in the space is a statement piece. I've found that you either have to do everything as a statement piece or only one thing as a statement piece. And you can't get by with no statement pieces. You can't get by with like 3 statement pieces and the rest of the things are boring. I don't know why that works, but it does. Maybe this is the entryway rug now. So we're at like $7,000 right now. So we've got about 3,000 more. Okay, we need a coffee table, maybe a side table. We need some more lamps. We need an entryway table. And some finishing touches.
Several months later.
So in the time it's taken me to film and edit this video, I've moved across the country, off-grid to the middle of the desert, without access to electricity or running water, grew an awkward amount of facial hair, and finally figured out how to properly expose my camera so I'm not literally a ghost. We love character development. Meanwhile, Trixie just announced that she is also moving, in addition to opening a motel, starring in her own renovation TV series, going on tour, and somehow continuing to post on YouTube.
So, anyways, enough with being hard on myself and comparing myself to a fabulously wealthy person who has multiple teams working for them. Here's what you actually came here for. The magical transformation. Let's remember what this room looked like before. We've got baby pink walls, white furniture, and cheap gold accents. What I lovingly referred to as Wayfair glam. And now
honestly, I'm kind of obsessed with how this living room turned out. I love how I was able to make the dark red floors feel like they actually belonged there by using a darker pink for the walls and adding dark red wood in the entryway table and the curtain rod. I love the pops of gold and yellow and orange to reference both the gold from the Wayfair Glam inspiration and also the mod vibes and Trixie's obsession with orange blush. I love that I was able to add the pink from the walls into the art, the chairs, the rug, the sculpture, and even the books. I love the mixed metals and how the blue from the rug and the green from the plants really round out the space and tie it together. And mostly, I love that it just feels like Trixie. It has so many elephants. It has so many elements that reference mod and mid-century design, as well as the more, traditional design. It just feels so extravagant and iconic. And I honestly impressed myself with this because I had a very different picture in my head of where I was going to take this living room. I didn't anticipate adding quite as much mod into the mix, and I really love how that turned out. So anyways, I had a lot of fun playing around today, and for the past 8 months. And I hope I will see you here for another video. Bye! So, for the 2 people who are still watching, I'm going to try playing around with some simpler editing styles because the amount of edits that I'm doing right now is not sustainable. So, just a heads up if future videos look a little bit different. Thanks for sticking it out to the end.